In our last episode, we solved a crisis at Megaton. We discovered where the missing water shipments had gone to, and we ensured that the water was returned to Megaton. After making sure the residents of Megaton didn't steal water destined for Big Town, we can finally head to the underworld to see if we can find this ghoul named Griffin. Remember, Bigsley told us that he was selling Aqua Cura to Griffin. Selling free water? Why would Griffin be buying free water? Upon arriving at Underworld, we immediately see a bunch of signs around the entrance, all of them saying the amazing Aqua Cura, with arrows pointing inside. Heading inside, we see a brand new stage, and upon it, a ghoul with hair?
Step right up, one and all, and purchase the amazing Aqua Cura. It's the answer to all your problems, guaranteed. Go on, tell us what it can do. Losing your hearing? Having trouble eavesdropping across the room? Scientific tests conclude beyond a reasonable doubt that rinsing out your ears each morning with Aqua Cura guarantees your hearing will come back. It's better than a fact. It's science.
I'm definitely getting a bottle.
The amazing Aqua Cura. Not only does it taste great, but it also reverses radiation poisoning. That's right. With each swig of pure Aqua Cura, you're one step closer to being your old self again.
I can't believe it does all that. That's wonderful.
Have a dress from before the war that's seen better days? Pour a little Aqua Cura on it, scrub vigorously with a stiff brush, and get your party on. That's right, it removes stains as well as headaches. The amazing Aqua Cura.
Oh, that is amazing.
Have you tried the amazing Aqua Cura? All your friends and neighbors have. And you know what? They are already enjoying the many benefits that Aqua Cura brings. Act in the next 5 minutes, and new customers will get an extra bottle for free. What are you waiting for? I'm getting a case for my family. Do people call you clumsy? Do things just seem to slip out of your hands? You could be suffering from a common ailment, one of the many cured by the amazing Aqua Cura. Drink Aqua Cura with every meal, and wash your hands and feet 10 times a day with soapy Aqua Cura. And soon you'll be doing magic tricks and juggling knives, guaranteed. I'm getting a case for my family. Having trouble sleeping? Still haunted by the war? Put your mind at rest. Heat up a cup of Aqua Cura before bedtime and sail away on sweet dreams of a brighter future. The amazing Aqua Cura. It's like a vacation in a bottle, guaranteed.
It's unbelievable.
Have an oozing sore that just won't go away? Take a clean bandage, soak it in Aqua Cura, wrap it around your wound, and see your skin restore itself in just minutes. Guaranteed.
I'm definitely getting a bottle.
Have cap-strapped friends or relatives? No need to fret. Simply sign up for our Friends and Family Referral Program and get deep discounts on bulk orders of the amazing Aqua Cura. What are you waiting for? Sign up today.
It's unbelievable.
Having trouble seeing? Got a little something in your eye? Rinse it out with the amazing Aqua Cura, and you'll instantly see why it's the only product you'll ever need again. That's terrific. Muscles atrophying? Getting picked on by bullies? Well, fear the dark alleys no longer, friends. Drink Aqua Cura regularly and put even Grognak to shame. Men will fear you, women will love you. Guaranteed. I'm definitely getting a bottle. The amazing Aqua Cura cures all the common ghoul ailments. Guaranteed. Oh, wow. That sounds great. Are you plagued by hellacious halitosis? Extreme epidermal exfoliation? Well, friends, your days of suffering are ended. Try the amazing Aqua Cura. Guaranteed to have you feeling better in 7 days or less, or your money back. Whoa. Wondering how it works? It's simple. Just drink one bottle with every meal, and you'll start seeing the positive effects the very next day. It's that easy. The amazing Aqua Cura. Get yours now while supplies last.
That's terrific.
Extreme epidermal exfoliation. It's something we all face. Or rather, we all had to face in the past. Now with the amazing Aqua Cura, your days of droopy skin and gaping sores are over. Wash profusely with Aqua Cura, morning and evening. Or better yet, buy a 10-gallon barrel and take a bath in it. And you'll see your skin return to its natural, smooth state. It's guaranteed.
Oh, wow. That sounds great.
Have a woman who keeps looking the other way? Slip a little Aqua Cura in her drink, be the next man she lays eyes on, and she'll be sure to fall in love with you. Just be sure you really want to spend the rest of your life with her, because she'll be yours forever. Guaranteed.
Who would have thought?
Friends, have you stopped combing your hair, afraid of pulling out the few remaining plugs? Well, fear no longer. Cast your gaze upon my luxurious coiffure, and now you too can get your hair back with the amazing Aqua Cura. Guaranteed, or your bottle cap's back. That's terrific. Having trouble concentrating? Tired of dry mouth and other side effects of Mentats? Then try the amazing Aqua Cura. Studies have proven that 10 out of 10 drinkers of Aqua Cura do 50% better on all standardized tests. It's a scientific fact. Wow. Come one, come all, taste the smooth, succulent sensation of radiation-reversing Aqua Cura. It's simply amazing.
More. We want to hear more.
But I think we're done talking to the guy.
Well, hello there, smooth skin. Step right up. Have you come to savor the great taste of the amazing Aqua Cura?
Is that any different from regular Aqua Pura?
Why? Have you heard otherwise?
Well, no. I mean, you just changed the name? Or did you do something to it?
I changed the name to help ghouls realize its amazing properties. And well, just between us, I've also added a few secret ingredients to enhance the flavor of the original. So it's not exactly the same, it's better.
But you can get Aqua Pura for free. Why pay for yours?
The Brotherhood doesn't deliver the underworld, you know. There's shipping expenses and all that. Not to mention sneaking past super mutants. But beyond that, I added a few of my own secret ingredients to enhance the flavor of the original.
I couldn't help but notice that you've got a nice head of hair. For a ghoul, I mean.
Aha! That's right, my dear. The amazing Aqua Cura will rescue, restore, and regrow your hair back from premature balding. Act now and I'll throw in a box of Abraxo for, wait for it, free! Mix those together and you'll have the best shampoo known to mankind.
Tell you what, I'll trade you a piece of blue sky for a bottle.
Tell you what, friend. Just for you, and only if you act in the next 5 minutes, I'll sell you a bottle for half price. What do you say? You want to procure a bottle?
We can try to pass a difficult speech check to say, got a free sample I could try?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fresh out of free samples. Try again tomorrow.
But if we succeed...
A free sample, you say? Well, I normally don't do this, but for you... For this one time only, a very special VIP promotional offer. Ladies and gentlemen, ding ding ding, we have a new winner in our daily Aqua Cura sweepstakes. Here you go, ma'am, your free bottle. Step right up in the next 5 minutes and get your very own bottle of the amazing Aqua Cura at half price. Ladies and gentlemen, half price.
Or if we can't pass the speech check, we can say, how much are you selling them for?
Well, friend, how much would you be willing to pay for such an amazing product as the amazing Aqua Cura? Many would pay 50, 75, even 100 bottle caps for such an amazing product, with such an amazing guarantee. But for a limited time only, I am able to offer the amazing Aqua Cura for an introductory, exceptionally low price. Care to take a guess at how much?
Do I really have to guess?
Why, yes. You can't imagine how low the special introductory price is. Go on, just guess. You'll never believe it.
Oh, I don't know, 40 caps?
No, ma'am. Try again. Lower.
30 caps?
Wrong. Try again. Lower still.
20 caps?
Nope. It's insane, isn't it? How could I sell it for any less? But I can, and I will. Try again. Lower.
Don't tell me. 10 caps?
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. For the low, low price of just 10 caps, you can walk away with your very own bottle of the amazing Aqua Cura.
Or instead of guessing, we can say, I'm done playing your guessing game.
Fine. You're blocking all the real customers anyway. Go on, get out of here.
Look, just tell me the price or I'm leaving.
You're no fun. 10 caps. Pretty amazing, huh? You want a bottle?
I think I'll pass. Thanks anyway.
Oh, really? I'm sure you'll change your mind after you discover how amazing the product really is. Stick around. I give regular demonstrations.
Well, if I had 10 caps, I might buy a bottle.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so poor. Well, tough break, kid. Maybe you can find someone who can spot you the caps. If you'll excuse me, I have real customers waiting.
Here's the 10 caps. I'll take a bottle.
Here you go. Another satisfied customer, I'm sure.
No matter how we got the bottle of Aqua Cura, we can examine it in our inventory. It looks identical to Aqua Pura, but the stats are very different. Aqua Pura has the same stats as purified water, plus 20 to HP, but the Aqua Cura only gives us plus 10 to HP while dosing us with radiation. Those are the same effects as dirty water. Aqua Cura my butt!
I hope there's nothing wrong with your Aqua Cura. Remember, all sales are final. Now, how can I help you, dear returning customer of mine?
I'm curious, Griffin. Where'd you get all this Aqua Pura?
Really? What's it matter to you anyway?
Oh, just making conversation. I really don't care where you got the stuff.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just a little sensitive about the question. Some people think giving Aqua Pura to ghouls is a waste after all. I didn't steal it, if that's what you're getting at. I got it fair and square.
I'd have thought giving Aqua Pura to a ghoul would seem like a waste.
Huh. I hadn't pegged you as a bigot. My mistake.
Or we can pass a speech check to say, I'm not interested in making trouble. I'm just curious about where you got the water.
All right, but keep your mouth shut about it. The Brotherhood's happy just giving the stuff away, right? Well, they drove me out claiming ghouls don't need fresh water. Well, big surprise that when I offered to pay for it, next thing I knew, I was talking to Scribe Bigsley, the guy in charge of the whole shebang. Didn't really want to, but on principle, I wanted to prove that ghouls are worth the cost, so I paid him. Now I'm stuck selling this stuff. Good thing whatever they put in it to kill the radiation also undoes the radiation damage to ghoul physiology. Thus, Aqua Pura becomes Aqua Cura.
Uh-huh. You know, Pip-Boy analysis shows that your Aqua Cura is irradiated. Interesting.
What? That doohickey on your wrist says the water's irradiated? That's a pretty fancy device if it can know something like that. But clearly it's, misinformed. You should get that fixed because it's definitely giving you false information.
There's nothing wrong with my Pip-Boy. You, sir, are a liar.
I'd like to see you try and prove that. Rather than... Even if it were true, you need to get proof to convince my customers. My very loyal customers. They're already convinced. They already see the many benefits of the amazing Aqua Cura.
Or we can try to pass a difficult speech check to say, you're clearly up to something. There's no denying it. Talk. Now.
You know, kid, you really ought to have proof before you go around insulting people like that. Now, if you don't mind, why don't you take your baseless accusations elsewhere? I have important business to conduct.
But if we pass the speech check...
Oh, all right. But if you start blabbing, I've got some buddies with itching trigger fingers. So I've got this little operation taking Aqua Pura and replacing it with regular crap. It's not like it'll hurt us ghouls. The Aqua Pura I'm storing to sell back to humans later. You know, raiders, outcasts, etc. The guys the Brotherhood doesn't share with. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just trying to help. The Brotherhood needs me. My caps mean water for the wasteland. Just ask Bigsley at Project Purity.
Or we can get the same information by passing a karma check. Relax, I don't care. Take these morons for all they're worth. I'm just curious. And if we have good or neutral karma...
You're not fooling anyone. Everyone knows you're one of the good guys. But seriously, kid, I'm not up to anything. Just ask any of these fools. I mean, loyal customers. They already see the many benefits of the amazing Aqua Cura.
But if we have evil karma...
It's true, I got a thing going. I take the Aqua Pura, store it to sell to humans later, then I put the regular irradiated crap in the bottles and sell it to these fools. No one's getting hurt. In fact, the Brotherhood actually needs the caps and technology I give them to fund their free water caravans. Just ask Bigsley at Project Purity. He'll tell you how grateful he is I'm helping them out like this. But watch yourself. Get in my way and let's just say I'm good at removing problems.
No matter how we got the information, we next find an option to say, care to tell me where this water operation of yours is located?
No, not really. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have customers that need my attention.
And he doesn't want to tell us. He goes back to his performance. But you know, the water that he's buying from Scribe Bigsley must be delivered somewhere, which means that it's likely Bigsley knows where his operation's at. So heading back to the Jefferson Memorial, we can head into the gift shop to talk to Bigsley.
Yes?
Griffin's up to something with the Aqua Pura. What do you know about it?
Not that it's really any of your business, but we have an arrangement. He buys water, I send him some. I use the caps and tech he pays me to fund the other water deliveries. I send my men with the water to the museum authority on the mall. Griffin sends the payment back with my men. So far, so good. Lions wouldn't approve, but I don't really care anymore. I need the resources, and there's certainly plenty of water to go around.
The museum authority in the mall. Well, that's right next to the underworld. We can find the museum authority by leaving the underworld and then heading west towards the Washington Monument. Then, traveling around its southwestern side, we can continue west until we find an office building on the southern side of the reflecting pool. Here we find a bunch of rad roaches, and as we exterminate them, we discover the museum authority building. Heading up the stairs, we can open the door to the museum authority. And as soon as we enter, we get attacked by ghouls.
Where?
Of the Brotherhood of Steel.
He attacked us from some sort of cubicle room, but before exploring it, let's turn around and explore the bathrooms. In the women's restroom, we find a Nuka-Cola Quantum in a water tank in one of the stalls, and a skeleton lying on the ground in another one. The stall without a door has a booby-trapped toilet. Apparently drinking dirty water in a toilet bowl is a common thing in the wasteland. We can disarm it and take the microfusion cells. Heading out and going west down the hallway, we see a staircase that's been filled in with rubble. This leaves the two doors going north into the big cubicle room. We can explore each of these cubicles for loot. We walk away with a tidy store of scrap and cash. In one of the cubicles, we find the Museum Authority workstation. Museum Authority Workstation 7, Dallas Bryce. The log entries go from 84 to 89. We'll start with 89. Remmings over at the Museum of Technology is complaining again about the planetarium system malfunctioning. I have replaced the playback unit on that thing 3 times now. Seems like the system keeps crashing and trying to restart itself, then crashes again. Keeps repeating that cycle until it's completely rebooted. I suggest that we acquire a new type of system in next year's budget. The cost of replacing it now and fitting a new system is cheaper than the amount we've spent shoving in replacement parts. We are familiar with this planetarium. I covered it in my video on the Museum of Technology that you can watch here. We see that 88 and 87 are corrupted. We can't read them. So moving to 86, Brandsteg over at the National Archives is requesting a new brain software package for their TJEF-02 Thomas Jefferson Protectron. The original software was wiped and replaced with a radio uplink and frequency scanning software package, which is simply receiving and broadcasting local radio stations. I suggest we encrypt the next brain package, so this type of software purchase is not necessary. We encountered the very robot he's talking about here in my video on stealing independence, which you can watch here. At the time, we wondered why this robot, instead of talking, was just spouting Galaxy News Radio. Well, now we know why. In the next 185, we've logged a fourth request from Dr. Gillian Taylor over at the National Aquarium regarding a new tank she wishes to be constructed for her whale exhibition. I've already spoken to Director Barnacky, and he maintains that a new exhibit is out of the question, and the current one is becoming far too expensive to maintain. Director Barnacky has already spoken to the San Francisco Aquarium, and they have agreed to begin construction of an appropriately sized tank and viewing area for Dr. Taylor's whales. He also negotiated with that facility to have Dr. Taylor transferred, and I support this decision. Sounds like no love lost there. This is a reference to the plot of the 1986 movie Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. Not only does that movie have a character named Dr. Gillian Taylor, but the plot is all about the difficulty in constructing a very large whale tank to bring whales from the past to the future. And it took place in San Francisco. And sadly, the final one has a corrupted log file. While looting the other cubicles, we attract the attention of more ghoul guards from the northwest. After they're dead, we can go through a door to the east. This looks like it was reception before the war, but the front door has all been boarded up. There's not much here, so going back into the cubicle room, we can open a door to the north, where those ghouls came from. Here we find more bathrooms, nothing in the men's bathroom to the east, and moving west, we can tiptoe over chunks of ghoul to go down a western staircase. On the next level down, we find a staircase going down to the east, and a hallway moving east. If we go down the hallway, we enter a large room with a floor that's crumbling into the room below. Here we find a number of containers, filing cabinets, and desks. We can make great use of the Scrounger perk here. And then on the southern side, we can head through a door to a big ruined room with more containers, some of which are about to fall into the room below. Peering through a hole into the room below, we see big barrels of Aqua Cura. I think we found it, but instead of dropping down, we'll go back west down the hallway and then turn the corner to take the stairs. I don't want to miss anything. This leads us into a small office that opens up through a southern door into the basement. Before the war, this must have been some sort of storage room. We see lots of red barriers for making lines to queue into, shelves, lanterns, some medical equipment, microscopes, and other minor scrap. There's a bunch of exhibit display placard stands organized against a wall here, and on a shelf next to them, we find a teddy bear in a box. We can snag that for little Marie. On the other side of these shelves, we find the barrels of Aqua Cura. Only these have been labeled Aqua Cura. Sounds like Griffin really does try to sell entire barrels of the stuff. We find bottles on a table, bottles on a counter, and a whole bunch of Abraxo cleaner, Mentats, and Nuka-Cola. There's a bathtub here with more Abraxo cleaner, and then sugar bombs and whiskey on a shelf above the bathtubs. Are these the special ingredients he added to Aqua Cura? On a round table between the tubs, we find a Nuka-Cola and a holotape. Griffin's bottling instructions.
This is Griffin recording. All you clowns, listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of the bottling operation while I'm away doing my thing at Underworld. Here are my instructions. First off, shoot anyone who isn't me or one of you. Don't want anyone nosing around inside. When Bigsley's men arrive from Project Purity, pay them promptly, but don't let them in. Take the Aqua Cura, dump it into tubs and sinks to hold for later, then fill the empty bottles with the treated irradiated water. When you get enough bottles to make it worthwhile, make a trip over to Underworld. I'll take the new bottles and give you your cut. Oh, and leave the wigs alone. I don't want your greasy heads touching them. I mean it.
So wait a minute, there's no Aqua Cura at all in his Aqua Cura. They were dumping the Aqua Cura in these tubs to sell to raiders and slavers, and filling the bottles with his own treated irradiated water. Looks like he treated it with what, Abraxo cleaner? Sugar bombs? Whatever he treats it with, it doesn't cure radiation or the nature of ghouls. Our man Griffin is a liar. We find another copy of Griffin's bottling instructions on the corpses of one of these ghouls, and a wig So, looks like these ghouls couldn't help themselves, they just had to wear one of Griffin's wigs. And next to a bunch of mannequins, we find a cabinet filled with all sorts of pre-war clothing and a bunch more wigs. There's enough here for every single companion we have, and enough to keep Griffin in business for quite some time. The wig isn't terribly special. It has a DR of 1, and it weighs only 1 pound, but it's unique. It looks exactly like Griffin's wig. It has brown hair and a simple men's-style haircut. Perfect for your run-of-the-mill soapbox shyster. Don't know if it makes the Lone Wanderer more intimidating. I don't know, what do you guys think? Think it suits my character? Maybe we'll keep it for a while. Now that we have evidence that Griffin plans to sell the Aqua Cura to slavers and raiders, we can head back to Bigsley to see what he has to say about it.
There isn't someone else you could bother?
Did you know Griffin's stashing the Aqua Cura and selling irradiated water?
I guess he's more clever than I thought. He's probably planning on selling the real Aqua Cura to raiders and slavers. Huh. Now there's a thought. Of course, lions would have my head if I tried anything of the sort.
And Bigsley doesn't seem to care. Okay, I suppose I should have expected that. Well, we care, gosh darn it. So heading back to Underworld, we can confront Griffin.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Griffin, who does your hair? It looks rather similar to mine, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at that. We practically have the same haircut. What are the chances of that?
I've seen your bottling operation. The jig is up.
My what now? My bottling operation? Oh, you mean where I add my secret ingredient to the Aqua Cura?
That's not Aqua Cura. If you want my silence, you'll have to buy it.
Why, I oughta... Fine. If you promise to keep your mouth shut, I'll cut you in. Me and my boys continue to do our thing. You come and check on us once in a while, and I'll cut you in for your share. Each week you make it by, I'll give you 20% of the previous week's profits. That's more than fair for doing nothing. I'm doing all the hard work.
Forget all that. Just give me 300 caps this once, and we'll call it even.
That's pretty steep. What the hell? It's just this once, and then we're through. Fine, here's your 300 caps. There, I just bought your silence, so keep your mouth shut.
With that, he gives us 300 caps and goes about his business. If we try to talk with him again...
I believe our business is concluded, friend. See here, folks, another happy customer. A great day to you too, ma'am. Thank you for stopping by.
And that concludes our interaction with Griffin. Or we can say, fine, 2080 in your favor, but if you stiff me, you'll regret it.
Fine, 2080 it is, but only of the profits. I still have to recoup my initial investment. You come back once a week and I'll give you your share.
Strangely enough, however, we don't have to wait a week.
Oh, I hadn't seen you in so long. I thought you died. I stopped setting aside money for you. Here, take this. It's all I have to spare. Now get out of here before my customers take notice.
And we get 160 bottle caps. But if we try again...
I don't have your money yet. Once a week, remember? Come back in a few days.
We really do have to wait a week. Or we can try to pass a difficult speech check to say, we split the profits 50-50, or this will end badly for you.
Fine, 50-50 it is.
And he has the exact same dialogue as the 2080 dialogue path. The only difference is by choosing the 50-50 dialogue path, we walk away with 400 caps instead of 160. Or instead of blackmailing him, we can say, either you tell them or I tell them. Your call.
I can't believe it. I have a good thing going here. Why mess that up for me? What have I done to you? I'm not hurting anyone. I mean, really. Reverse the ghoul condition? With a bottle of water? I wasn't fooling anybody. They were fooling themselves. Fine. I've made enough money here anyway. Well, it's probably best if I tell them. I think I know what to say. Wish me luck.
And he turns to his customers.
Ah, my, loyal customers and friends. It appears I may have slightly exaggerated some of the benefits of the amazing Aqua Cura.
What? Is he
Turns
saying
out
what I
due
think
to,
he's saying?
Bottling irregularity rather than actual Aqua Cura, you've all been purchasing regular unpurified irradiated water. Yeah, but we're ghouls, so it's not like it's hurt anybody. He's been lying to us. Ooh. Now, before you all get upset,
It's a little
I'd like
late
to
for
point
that.
something out to you folks that you might be overlooking in your current state of rage. You've all seen an actual improvement in your lives. Granted, it's not due to any inherent material property of the water,
Lies!
due
All
to your
lies.
belief in the transmuting power of the amazing Aqua Cura. You have all experienced renewed hope. He's made fools of us. I trust you will remain grateful. I want my money back.
Really?
And as I've said with each and every purchase, all sales are final. I can assure you, ladies and
Get
gentlemen,
him!
that violence won't be necessary.
Kill him! Kill the lying two-faced bastard!
Hey, fire!
Out!
With that, all of the ghouls charge him with knives drawn and try to kill him. He pulls out a Chinese pistol to try and defend himself. And they chase him all over the underworld.
Take him down.
Eventually, they get him.
Had enough already.
Yeah!
Eddie, like that?
Did I hit him?
Teach you to mess
Good
with
to
me.
see you.
And on his body, we find 600 caps. After killing him, the murderers continue to walk around this area.
Can't sucker anyone else now, can he?
He got exactly what he deserved.
If we kill him, or if we allow him to die, and we return to Bigsley, we can say, I thought you'd like to know, Griffin's dead.
He's dead? Great. I guess I'll just have to find some other way to subsidize the water caravans. Have a nice day. Where is it nighttime? I can't tell. I think they put me in an office without windows on purpose.
If we try to intervene on Griffin's behalf and kill the Underworld residents, we succeed in turning Underworld hostile, but even if we save Griffin, he has nothing else to say to us. Or we can say, look, I won't expose your lies, but only if you start selling real Aqua Cura.
That's seriously gonna cut into my profits. But perhaps you're right. After all, it's not like he was gonna be a piece of cake selling the Aqua Cura to raiders and slavers. They're a nasty bunch. Fine, I'll sell them the real deal. But I'll keep the amazing Aqua Cura powder. It gives this sorry lot a little hope for the future. I hope no one notices the switcheroo. And who knows, maybe it really will be a miraculous cure. Come back in a few days, we'll see if anyone notices.
And with that, he turns around and goes back to his spiel. If we wait a few days, as he suggested, or even if we wait weeks and months, then return, nothing has changed. He still stands here selling Aqua Cura, and the bottles of Aqua Cura next to his stand are still irradiated. Even though nothing physically changes here, I think we're supposed to believe that if we choose this option, he really does sell true Aqua Cura to the ghouls, which makes it impossible for him to sell to raiders and slavers. If we choose this option, Bigsley has no further dialogue for us concerning this quest. As far as he's concerned, things continue on as normal. Before we leave the Underworld, we can give it a once-over. After all, it's been a few weeks since we've been here. Underworld appears to be the same until we head inside the chop shop. If we do, having infected Project Purity with modified FEV, we see that Doc Barrow's clinic is full of sick ghouls, and there's puddles of blood on the floor. Talking with Doc Barrows.
What do you need?
Full house today, Doc. What's wrong with everybody?
I don't know yet. Some kind of virus that attacks the body on a cellular level. I've never seen anything like it. It's strange, because ghouls are immune to almost any known disease.
Little does he know that they're all suffering from modified FEV.
I can't breathe right. My chest. Morning.
But of course, if we don't infect the water, then we find Doc Barrow's chop shop just the way we left it. With that, we achieve all of Scribe Bigsley's tasks. We make his miserable existence just a little bit more bearable. And hopefully, having done so, more people in the wasteland will be able to enjoy free Aqua Cura. We could head to the Rockland car tunnel to meet up with Paladin Tristan, or we could explore around a bit to see if anything else has changed in the wasteland. In particular, how are some of the other communities in the Capital Wasteland responding to the defeat of the Enclave and the success of Project Purity? We'll continue our exploration in our next episode. I publish many videos each and every week on my channel, so if you don't want to miss the next episode, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. If you have and you still feel like you're missing out on YouTube notifications, consider following me on Twitter at Oxhorn. I update Twitter manually with every new piece of content that I publish. And at last, I've got a brand new shirt in the shop. No dice. That's right, it's the most precious object in the wasteland, and the one I've been trying to get ever since I started playing. A perfectly preserved pie. Now you too can celebrate the difficulty in getting a perfectly preserved slice of pie with this brand new t-shirt. This new design comes on shirts in a variety of men's, women's, and children's sizes, and in a wide array of colors. You can find it on other products as well, like smartphone cases, pillows, posters, mugs, stickers, prints, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming a patron on Patreon or a member here on YouTube. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with more brand new videos.